Well, that was pretty epic.
Yes, it was.
Guys, just so you know, I did actually say that a second ago, but it was apparently far too loud.
Believe it or not, we are on take 2, because I tell you what, if you wanted your ears bleeding from Chloe shouting, then that's what you would have got the first time round.
Stephen said, don't do that to the people.
No amount of editing could have stopped that, in all honesty. But yeah, we're here to talk about everything Epic Universe, but first and foremost, Epic Chloe. How are you?
Epic Chloe. Why am I Epic Chloe?
I don't know, because everything is epic today.
Oh, great. No, I'm pretty good, Epic Stephen.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm Epic Steve.
It's been a crazy day, I'm not going to lie.
Has been a really crazy one. Are you okay?
Sophie, I'm all right, yes.
Okay.
The day we're recording this, my sister Sophie, as some of you may know, who also listens to the podcast, if you're listening, hi Sophie, she moved to Orlando today.
Yay.
Which is very
not
exciting.
As in like, sorry, please excuse me.
She's gone!
No, not good news. No, not at all. No, it's more like this is something that she's been looking forward to for such a long period of time.
I'm so happy for her. She's going to work for the Mouse.
Exactly.
She's going to be wearing the uniform that I used to wear, which also makes me really emotional. I don't know why. I think when I see her in that uniform, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for her, but also my sister's leaving. So it's also sad. It's a very strange mix of emotions. So it's been a bit of a crazy day because I also was at work that day. So, you know, there's a lot going on. And then, you know me, guys, I'm always busy. So then I've got 2 days that are like busy, but also self-care busy. Like I'm seeing my friends, getting my nails done, going to a spa with my best friends. So again,
good for
they're
you.
Great things. I've also got work in between that. And then Tuesday, guys, well, when this episode comes out, I should be, fingers crossed, on the way to the Maldives. Now, if you are new to the podcast, you may not know that I was meant to go to the Maldives in March.
Yeah, so this was for a work trip for Chloe, and believe it or not, she got as close to basically reversing on the tarmac before she got told that she had to get off the plane and essentially
not just
disembark.
me. The way you said that sounded like it was just me. No, there was an issue with the engine.
They found her record. She had to get off.
There was an issue with the engine, so we had to get off. Obviously, all the customers they got put on the next flight. Unfortunately, as a work trip, they were like, "We'll just reschedule you for another time." And we didn't hear anything for a while, and then we were told November, and it's here.
November has come around.
It's here, so. Hopefully today I am going to the Maldives. I remember posting the travel day photo on Instagram being like, travel day, the Maldives. And then like later that day I'm like, oh, sorry guys, it was cancelled.
No. So we will
Take
probably
2.
post a new one. It'll be like travel day, take 2.
Yes, it will be that one. So
and it'll be something like that.
I am good. Enjoying watching Stranger Things again. We're rewatching it.
Me too. I tell you what, I am well and truly on the Stranger Things hype at the moment because for me, it's one of my favourite series that I've ever watched. And today's the day where they've just released the 5-minute teaser.
Today's the day.
Today's the day that they've basically released the first 5 minutes of the first episode. So we're going to basically finish wrapping up everything here. We're going to go watch that. I think we're currently on episode 5 or 6 on season 2.
We're at episode 5, so we'll watch 5 and 6 tonight, meaning we've got 7, 8, 9.
But it is so interesting watching everything back again, knowing what it's leading up to. So there are subtle things that I'm noticing. So, for example, season 2, episode 5, which I think is the one that we've just finished, ends with like the chime of the clock that kind of signifies Vecna. So you've got loads of little things like that, loads of little nuggets. So I'm properly in on that at the moment, and I'm just feeling very motivated at the moment. It's really really nice.
Is that how you are?
Good. Yeah, genuinely, I feel motivated. I feel very happy, and I'm just pleased to be here. Yeah. To be honest, having a wonderful time. Nice. Apart from the fact that people are calling me out on TikTok for not supporting you having...
Funny TikTok, though.
Yeah, it is a funny TikTok. Guys,
one of our TikToks...
One of them blew up.
Well, I say blew up. 108,000 views.
That's a semi blow up, that is.
And the other one got like 57. So... That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
fun. If you're not following the TikTok, head over because they're quite funny.
The one that I was referring to, so basically, we did one on the Skyliner, and it was like basically Chloe saying that that her head hurts, and then I was just like, "Well, take your ears off then," and then she just pulls her face. And the amount of comments that we're just getting on that, being like, "Just let her go, wear her ears," and I'm like. It was a joke. It was just funny. A joke.
But I also got my hair done this week, guys.
Yeah.
When I say got my hair done,
I got my hair done.
I did it by myself.
Good for you.
Thank you very much.
Should we answer last week's question?
Yes, answer last week's question. Well, you answer it because you asked it. So
which
what
was
is it
actually
again?
me. So I was asking you about the dragons in Isle of Burke in Epic Universe. Now, there are actually 30 dragons across the land, but I asked you how many species are there, and believe it or not, there are 17 different species across Isle of Burke.
That's crazy.
So,
Can you name them all?
Little challenge for you. Blue dragon, red dragon,
Night Fury
dragon,
Light Fury.
Light Fury, Night Fury, purple. No, there's obviously lots of different dragons. There's loads of little details, and you guys will all know that the more we go to the theme parks, the more I like to appreciate the details and the intricacies and everything like that. I think for someone like me, like if I go to Epic Universe again, which I'm sure we will do at some point down the line, I want to spend some time actually looking at those like minute details. Can I spot all 17 types? Like, because some of them are really, really subtle. Some of them are obviously a lot more obvious, like the big kind of ice-breathing dragon that everyone kind of waits around for, right by the restaurant. So yeah,
nice. Well, I got my list up for my ranking, but I accidentally just moved something out of its place.
That was clever.
Then I clicked on do because Notion has
right.
undo.
So while you're doing that, I will explain what the preface of today's episode is. So we have done quite a few ranking episodes so far on this podcast. You guys love them. We love to do them. So what we are doing today, now that we have gone to Epic Universe and actually ticked off pretty much everything,
except the carousel,
we feel like we're in a good position to be able to rank all of these rides for you exclusively. And shows. Yeah, so what we've done is there are 11 attractions across Epic Universe and 2 shows. So we will be ranking the kind of top 13 things. We'll sort of explain, why we think them. If you are interested in any of our ranking episodes, then, feel free to go back. We've done all of the Disney parks, we've done all of the Universal parks, and yeah, they're just a bit of a hoot.
Yeah.
But what we always try and do before these episodes is we try and make a little bit of a prediction. So, how many do you think we're going to match on, Chloe?
Out of 13.
Out of 13. It's
I'm
not a lot.
feeling confident.
Okay.
4.
Okay, I'm going to go 3.
Okay.
I reckon we'll do 3.
There's 2 next to each other, which I actually am really struggling between which one goes where, but I'm just going to go with what I've written down.
I mean, can I have that in writing? Because you always do a little shifter-rooney halfway through this.
No shifty-rooney for me this time.
Okay, so should we start at 13?
Yes.
I think it's the best place to start.
3, 2, 1. Yoshi's Adventure.
Carousel. Okay.
Oh, Siri heard that.
Siri's getting to it.
You mean you haven't been on the carousel? So,
yeah, but I think I've got a distinct thought about carousels. And they just kind of go...
it looks different though.
I know it looks different, but my big thing at the moment, especially with just carousels in general, they don't really do much for me. I often find that carousels aesthetically are just absolutely beautiful things. And Constellation Carousel is no different to that. And I think doing Constellation Carousel at night time, because I will give you a little bit of a warning, it is one of those rides that will sit around 10-15 minutes the entire day, but as soon as basically Orlando becomes nighttime, that wait time doubles. It goes up to about 45 minutes. So that's one thing to be aware of. And I think because of that, we didn't get the opportunity to do it at the end of the night. But for me, a carousel's a carousel. So
yeah.
So that's my thought. Why Yoshi's Adventure?
So we've done it on all trips. No, twice.
Yeah.
On 2 of the trips.
Not every time we've been to Epic Universe, thankfully.
It's nice. I mean, at the end of the day, there isn't a bad ride, in my opinion, in Epic Universe. Even Yoshi's Adventure. I think,
what would you say is good about Yoshi's Adventure?
The views. The views are nice.
That was the main thing that I would put it for.
That's about it. I actually think, the animatronics are fine, but they are giving basic.
Well, I don't think they need to do much. I think it is very much targeted as, here is a point of view for you to sort of see Super Nintendo World, but then you've also got this idea of it's supposed to be a slow-moving, very relaxing ride and a little
for children
and a kind of kids game. Because if you don't know the premise of it, essentially what you have to do is every time you see a different color egg, you basically click it on your little button. Say you've got it, and then you have to try and find the golden egg. Spoiler alert!
Didn't get all the ones.
You always
time.
find that. Why are you calling me out?
Because you didn't get it.
Why are you calling me out?
People
you were distracting me. You were dancing.
I don't think I was dancing.
No, I'm just looking for an excuse, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I would say. I would say Carousel for me just goes stone cold bottom. So Chloe is not here for the views. Understandable.
No, it's nice, but I'm not in a rush to ride it.
No,
I only go
fine.
on it because it's like a walk on. Right, okay.
Number 12.
Number 12.
3, 2, 1. Yoshi's Adventure.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think I know why you've done Yoshi there. Same reason as me.
Well, I do think Yoshi's Adventure, I tell you what, I definitely preferred it when we did it at night time. Because I do think, actually, we've often spoken about certain parks being much more beautiful at nighttime. I personally believe Epcot, stunning at nighttime. Love it. I love seeing the ball lit up, everything like that. I think there's something magical about Magic Kingdom when it's lit up at nighttime. Epic Universe, I think, utterly transforms. You know, you can walk through Celestial Park and there's nothing massively special about it. I mean, obviously beautiful details. Yeah. I love the vibe, the live musicians, everything like that. But actually, at nighttime, it completely transforms. And I actually think you can see more layers of detail at nighttime doing Yoshi's Adventure. So, yeah, I just really love the view. It's obviously not the best ride in the world, but, you know, it's cute, is what I'll say.
Lovely. Well, I've done Fire Drill. I like
Fire Drill.
I like a water ride. But what I don't like about this water ride is that there is no, like, point system. You're shooting at things with no real reason.
I tell you what, it's a water ride that's pure and utter chaos.
Yeah, I didn't... If you got points or you won, great. But you're just hitting signs.
And some of those signs will cause you to get catastrophically wet.
But it makes no sense.
No, I get it. Like, I think there's obviously a need in a Floridian park to have some form of cool down and water ride. Yeah. I think it's absolutely necessary. I think it's quite playful when it comes to that. But
fantastic theming. I will say that. Wonderful.
I also really, really like with Fire Drill the fact that there's a moment where you basically board and you kind of go for maybe like 10, 15 seconds and you can actually shoot your gun over to where the queue is, so you can get people absolutely soaked in the queue.
And that's what we did. I think that's where Karma got us, if I'm honest, guys.
Oh, Karma got Chloe bad. She had like a bucket of water fall on her, so it was terrible.
It was a lot, yeah.
Okay. Say no more. Right, let's go to 11 then.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Fire Drill.
Of the Werewolf.
I'm utterly amazed at the moment that you haven't mentioned the carousel, even though you've never done it. I think that's a little bit crazy.
Because you don't want to go on it.
Huh?
Because you don't want to go on it.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't gone on it.
Yeah, but why are you ranking it so high is what I'm saying. It's a carousel.
I will get into it when I get there.
Okay, I feel
when I get to my number one attraction of the carousel, I will explain as to why it's there.
We really don't know you, or I don't really know you if that's what you've put as your number one. Okay, so why Curse of the Werewolf?
It's very short.
This is supposed to be a big ticket attraction, so tell the people, like, again, what we're going to try and do with this is we'll try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible, because I know that there's lots of you that listen that haven't done Epic Universe. We'll give, like, glimpses maybe as to what ride mechanisms might be like.
Yeah.
But we'll try not to give away, like, the whole thing.
The Curse of the Werewolf, similar to Dragon's Fury at Chessington, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
And it's fun. It's just very short. And there's an aspect of the ride which I thought, that'd be really cool to see. And it wasn't there. Was it? Or did I just miss it?
Are you talking about
inside? Inside.
Yeah, so there's a moment that's supposed to happen inside, and it didn't happen, so I don't know whether that was because of a technical fault or anything like that. But I think you're absolutely spot on there, Chloe.
It's so short.
It is ridiculously short, and we had...
Because they can't have more than one cart going at a time, which makes sense, but I just...
But we also had sort of two... They were maybe like 9 or 10-year-old boys in the sort of like opposite cart, because there are times where you're like facing other people, and they kind of were like, we pulled into the dock and it was literally like, is that it? Do we go again? And I'm like, we're all just sitting there thinking, why is this ride not longer? I'm gonna argue and say that's probably one of the most disappointing roller coasters that Universal produced.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Wow.
Because I think that rides like Flight of the Hippogriff knock socks off that. I
think that's a bit far.
Why is that controversial?
Because Flight of the Hippogriff isn't comfortable and it's literally like Barnstormer.
But you get more of a thrill from that. It's a better ride mechanism. Like, I get the fact that you can have the kind of perspective shift, but I get more fulfillment out of that compared to Curse of the Werewolf. Fair enough. Because it just isn't long enough. That ride needs to be another 50% or even double the length. Okay. Is what it needs to be. So, cool. Universal, hope you're listening. Size does matter. Thank you very much. Right.
And you said Fire Drill.
I did say Fire Drill because, again, I think it's quite enjoyable, but is it something that I'm going to ride every single time? Like, this is often what I do when I come to rank these rides.
We went to Epic Universe 3 times. We went on it once.
Yeah, we went on it the first time. Rather annoyingly, we did it on a day that was quite cold, and it suddenly started raining afterwards. So we were already kind of sodden because we didn't anticipate how wet we were going to get. I think it is enjoyable, and it will be on like a burning hot day. But again, there's not many layers to it. And I think that's the thing that kind of disappointed me is like, yeah, do we have a point system? Is there like, apart from it being like a training exercise, which is what it's kind of set up as, you don't feel like you're achieving anything. Like there's not, like for me, that ride would be drastically improved if at one point you were opposite another boat and you could get them soaked and you could get them soaked. Or whatever I just said.
You can get them soaked, you can get them soaked.
You can soak each other. That's what I meant.
Wonderful. Right.
Perfect.
Okay, number 10?
Number 10.
Yes.
Right. Top 10.
Okay.
I mean, there aren't many rides, but still. Top 10.
3, 2, 1.
Curse
Donkey
of
Kong
the Werewolf.
Minecart Madness.
See, I still find this amazing that you're not... I'm going to stop attacking you for the carousel, I promise. I think that's a bit of a shock, in all honesty.
Donkey Kong Minecart Madness?
I think so.
I think I've made it quite apparent how much I don't like this ride.
Okay, but I would like you to explain why.
Okay, I understand the premise of it is meant to be janky, and you're meant to be going off the track, but it just causes me pain. Like, it's not comfortable in any way, and I hurt myself the last time I hit my elbow.
Yeah.
Didn't like that, and I feel like the part where you're not on the track, I still can tell I'm on the track. I can see the track.
It's more controlled than they set it up for. Like they made it seem as if you were really gonna it was gonna look exactly like you're coming off the track, but you can kind of quite clearly see it. Bit of a spoiler.
But I don't know. I tried to enjoy it more, but I was just like on it going, oh, I'm not comfortable. I'm not as comfortable as I would be on a carousel.
Yeah,
and that's why it's belower than a carousel.
So if a ride is comfortable, it ranks very highly for Chloe.
Well, I mean...
Not always.
Not always.
Not always, that's fair enough. And I went Curse of the Werewolf. I've kind of just explained my reasons. Like, it's not long enough. I do quite like the theming, and the element that should have been there would have been really, really cool. But, again, you need to think about your wait times. You need to think about your efficiency, especially in a place like Dark Universe, because I think all of the theming around it is just utterly outstanding. And there's some nice theming to that particular ride, but I didn't really get much of a story. Whereas you walk into like Frankenstein's Experiment, Monsters Unchained, you get all of that as well. So that's my thing. Right, let's go for number 9 then. Number 9. 3, 2, 1. Dragon
Mario
Racer
Kart.
Rally.
Bowser's Challenge.
Bowser's Challenge. Why did you go Bowser's Challenge?
Again, this ride...
Still haven't matched up, by the way.
I know we haven't. But I don't think when it's down here we're going to match anyway.
No.
So I find that the Bowser's Challenge ride is actually very slow. Like, it's not fast at all.
No.
And when I went on it,
relies
the first
on illusion,
time,
doesn't it?
Yeah, the first time I went on it, I thought, I don't really know right now how to play, really. I knew I was hitting buttons, but it was only the second time that I found out when you look somewhere, that's how you're aiming.
And you also run out of shells as well at different points.
And I didn't really get it. And at the end, I'm like, is this a good score? I don't know. The only part I did like was Rainbow Road.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
That was pretty good.
That was
Sounds like Morse code, or...
Yeah, that was help me,
or
I'm
in
got
a
podcast,
star.
Or it was you got a star. So, yeah, you got a star.
You've got a star.
No, so Bowser's Challenge I think is understandable. One thing I will say about Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is that the queue is so impressive.
Oh, insane.
Insanely good. And I think that's one thing that I think Epic Universe has got going for it really, really badly, is the queues are
really badly?
just as... No, as
really
in, like,
well.
As in, like, they're just really, really good, is what I'm trying to say.
The queues,
it's been a long
they're
day.
really bad.
I've done a lot of talking
so bad,
and a lot of
they're good.
teaching today, so
they are
leave me be.
Fantastic.
So I've gone Dragon Racer Rally, mainly because I was trying so hard to spin around and get a flip. And I think unless you're in a certain position, I think it's physically impossible.
But you did very well.
And I got so close. But again, that ride hurt me. Like, I was flinging my body from one side to the other. I do think it is so cool, though. I think the whole ride system I really love, and I think that is a really great ride for Isla Burke, is what I think.
Do you think, though, if you do flip, like, do you flip all the way around, or could you end up halfway round?
Well, when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're neither halfway up, you're neither up nor down.
Like, if you manage to flip over, do you just flip all the way around, or do you stay upside down, and then you land it, it's coming like
turn
you over.
This is like a Stranger Things thing.
Yeah.
I think it does automatically reset, but again, really, really enjoyable ride. Absolutely love it. I know that the one that looks like Hiccup is not Hiccup. No, what's the other one called?
Looks like the boy.
No, Toothless. The one that looks
the one that looks like
boy.
a human child. He flips.
The boy's flipping everywhere. No, the one that looks like Toothless, I apologise, is the one that is apparently easiest to sort of flip around. So cool. Right, we are on to number 8.
Lovely.
Maybe we'll match soon. I've realised that I'm one off you on a lot of these, by the way. So, number 8. 3, 2, 1.
Constellation Carousel.
Bowser's Challenge.
Carousel's in there. No.
Okay, Carousel is in there.
I think I am getting to an age that comfort is important to me.
Fantastic.
Like every time I go to Epic Universe,
you're still
I see
at least 2 years off of your 30s.
I see the grass area by the fountain, and I think that
that's a bit
looks
of me.
nice. I could lay in that sun for a bit.
Well, do you know what it is? It's all the sort of jazz music that's kind of going on around.
Gorgeous. I love jazz.
Yeah, some of the singers and inhabitants of Celestial Park are truly wonderful.
Inhabitants.
Yeah,
lovely word. But yes, the Constellation Carousel. It just looks gorgeous. The colours, the mystical creatures they've got
Mystical creatures lifting me up and down.
Love it.
Yeah, no, okay. Justifiable opinion, so I apologise for attacking you earlier.
No, it's fine.
Again, Mario Kart Bowser Challenge, I think it's one of those ones... Do you know what I'm going to slightly compare it to? I'm going to compare it to Minion Blast in Universal. I enjoyed Minion Blast so much more the next time round when I knew exactly what I was supposed to be doing and what I was aiming for, and actually when it was like a full rig. I actually think that's quite a good ride now. I'm going to be honest with you. Controversial opinion, because I know people slate it. I actually find it quite enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I think Mario Kart is one of those. I think it's got re-rideability, but not as much as other rides. So I did like that a little bit. I wonder whether they would ever introduce something that's very, very similar to what they have over at Web Slingers, where you get like the upgraded parts. You know, I would wonder if you could... Yeah. Like, that would be quite a cool little addition, because I know you can get the power-up bands and you can obviously enter certain areas, etc. in Super Nintendo World, but are there ways to sort of upgrade the replayability of Mario Kart Bowser Challenge is what I would say. Okay. There we go.
Very nice.
Right, number 7. Nearly halfway through. Okay, cool. Okay. Right, number 7. 3, 2, 1.
Dragon
the untrainable
Racer
Dragon.
Rally.
Okay. Double dragons here.
Yes. Dragon Racer Rally.
What did you like about it?
A lot of fun. I liked that I was in control, you know. That's just who I am.
About our relationship.
I just like to know that I'm in charge, you know.
Yeah.
I'm in charge, as Chris Evans says.
Yeah. Nice.
And I enjoyed the challenge of it as well. Of going, oh, am I going to flip? And I'd get quite far sometimes, and it was just fun. I wish it was a little bit longer. Maybe 2 or 3 more rotations. Yeah. Would have been great.
No, I do like you made a really, really good point in terms of like how much control, because I do think in terms of the length of that ride, you do need a little bit more in order to figure out how the controls work. Because basically the 2 sort of paddles that you get are controlled by levers, and it takes a little bit of a while once it gains speed to realise what those levers are doing. So, yeah, I completely agree with you there. I think that's really good.
Okay,
and I've gone for the Untrainable Dragon. Now, that is the first of 2 shows that we're probably going to mention on this episode.
No, it is the first of 2 shows.
It is the first?
Not probably.
Yeah, unless I talk about the horror makeup show that they should put in there. I don't know. I'm going on silly tangents, to be honest. So the Untrainable Dragon is the one that's in Isle of Berk. I tell you what, seeing certain elements of that this time round, wow.
Really cool.
That's unbelievable how they do it. And as someone who used to work in technical theatre, what a spectacle. I think it's magnificent to watch in that sense. I will say that show is much more centred towards children and is obviously a little bit more musical than the other show offered in sort of the Harry Potter world. So, yeah, but nonetheless, a really, really enjoyable show that I don't think anyone should skip when they go to Epic Universe.
Great.
Cool.
Lovely.
Number 6, which we still haven't matched on.
Really?
We are smashing it today.
2, 1.
The
Untrainable Dragon.
I feel like we're one off each other on so many of these. But it shows that we have similar feelings, except for carousels.
So, The Untrainable Dragon, same as you. It's good. The singers, like, the music's so loud in there, I actually can't hear what they're saying, really, sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what you're singing about.
You mean you don't understand?
Apart
from Together.
Apart from Together. Together. That's a very frequent...
it's a very catchy,
phrase.
Repetitive song.
So, yes, but there's certain elements in it, which, like you said, like, in theatre, you're like, wow.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that's why I like it. But I didn't put it above the other show because I prefer the other show.
But again, I thought that's interesting. Even if we only come to talk about it now, let's talk a little bit about Le Cercle Arcanus, because I know that you've obviously put it higher. I've obviously put it higher than the Untrainable Dragon. So let's think about why is it a better
First
show?
First of all, one thing I would like to say about it, that cue music. Oh, it really gets me going.
It is a
the little boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom. It's just, if I could listen to that, it just...
Everything in that world is
feeling.
a real good vibe, isn't it?
I just love that cue music. It's so silly, but I'm like, it really gets me in the mood to watch the show.
Say no more. But again, I remember going into it the first time, and by the way, there is a bit of a pre-show, and don't do the same thing that I did, where I thought that the pre-show was the actual show for the first bit, and I was like, oh my god, is this all going to happen in this area? Then you go through to like more of a traditional theatre, and there are things that happen in that theatre that are utterly unbelievable. And I think when I look at the quality of shows, I know I've mentioned this previously, but I think when I look at the quality of shows that Universal are pumping out in terms of Arcanus and Untrainable Dragon, and compare that to what has recently been appearing and is also kind of, getting criticism recently with the sort of more show formats across the Disney parks, they're just on an absolute other level. And I think for if anybody's ever seen like a Disney show on Broadway, you will know the spectacle and the marvel and the magic of the whole thing, and they just go to town. They don't do that in the parks as much anymore. No. And it's kind of disappointing because, I'll be honest, Le Cercle Arcanus is probably my favourite show across the Universal parks. Yes. I know there's not a lot of
There are
shows,
just two parts of it that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, go on.
So...
Is it any of the acts?
One of the acts, I thought that you could have done quite a bit more with this.
Yeah.
And it was the Quidditch part. Even though it was different to how we saw it, from what I've seen, like, they could get a full-on acrobat person for that.
Yeah, sure.
But they don't. So I'm a bit like, you could have done more with that. And then the use of screen in the end of the show.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't think that was really needed.
I quite like it.
I just think, I
think it rounds off the story because I think
he's obviously not there.
Yeah, I know, but there's certain moments that you need to make, like, little nods to
make a little
things.
nod, but I feel like it was just a bit long.
No, that's fair enough.
At that end part.
Absolutely fine. Okay, cool. Right, let's go to number 5 then, Chloe.
Great.
So 3, 2, 1.
Le Cercle Arcanus.
Right, I really changed my tone on Minecart Madness when
I can tell.
When I wrote it again. Okay, I think the first time that we ever rode it, it was absolutely chucking it down. If you see any of our vlog from it, we got absolutely soaked and it was awful. So when you go into a ride with a bit of a negative attitude, you're probably not going to have a great time. So I found it incredibly janky. I found it uncomfortable. I did not find it enjoyable at all. I found it far more enjoyable this time round. I thought that it was smoother than I remembered. I do like some of the sort of like little surprise elements because like there's a moment where you kind of go indoors and there's some really cool little tricks in there, and I really like not knowing where you're going. And if you focus your perspective purely in front of you, you do get that experience, and I think that's really enjoyable. But is it the best? Is it a coaster that should be warranting those ridiculously high wait times? I don't think so. Is it a ride that I would wait an hour for? Yes, I would. That's kind of where I sit on Minecart Madness.
Wow, you have changed your tune.
I really have. But I like being surprised. I like re-riding things and changing.
I don't need to say why I like Le Cercle Arcanus.
Yeah.
I've said it already. It's also, I will say it again, the music and the cue. Yeah. Lovely. Great.
But it is a wonderful show. Okay.
Yes. But
so we are going to...
top 4 are the same.
Top 4 are the same. Are we going to have the exact same order?
Don't think so.
Part of me thinks we will.
Really?
I've got full faith. And with that full faith, I'm going to send you some energy. Don't change anything around.
I'm not changing anything.
Let's go for it. Number 4. 3, 2, 1. Battle
Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry. Fantastic. Well
one.
done. Okay, well, maybe now I am feeling a bit more confident.
Yeah, because that was the one I was
That was the one I was a bit
shaky.
like, okay, right.
Now, why are we high-fiving, and why is Battle at the Ministry of Magic sitting at number 4?
The longest queue time in that park.
Why is it sitting at number 4?
I can tell you why. I prepared my answer earlier.
Like, don't get me wrong. This is a terrific ride.
Insane. Very impressive. If you're a Harry Potter fan, it is wonderful. The queue, I think, is a big part of it. I actually think I'd rather go through the queue and just not go on the ride.
I think it's one of the most impressive queues that Universal have ever produced.
Insane. The ride, though, I had higher expectations of what people were saying. I heard a lot of things. I saw the queue times and I thought, oh my God, this is going to be
the most unbelievable
revolutionary of a ride. And I'm not going to give anything away, but it didn't give me... All it felt like to me was a bigger vehicle version of Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it felt like. There was a little bit more movement in ways that was cool, but not enough.
Yeah, you could see how the technology had come on.
I was wowed.
You could see how the technology had come along and advanced, but also I was expecting far more, like, obviously with the type of ride it is very kind of similar to Forbidden Journey, but there is a kind of mixture between practical effects and screen. I think there needed to be more practical effects.
Yes.
For my enjoyment.
Think going on a ride like Monsters, there's so many times even now on that ride where I'm like, wow, but it's got more practical. Whereas with this, I was like, screen. Oh, that animatronic's cool. One of the animatronics wasn't working. Looked weird.
Yeah.
And it just... Maybe as well, I'm not a Fantastic Beast person. There was like... The rhino was cool, but it's just a rhino.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is, like, I think the one thing that is ridiculously impressive about Ministry, both from actually being on the ride, alongside being on the ride, as well as also queuing, is just the absolute scale of it. I think the scale was ridiculously impressive. I came off having really enjoyed the ride, but I also came off going, would I wait 3 to 4 hours for
Absolutely
it?
Not.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd maybe wait an hour.
I think it's a 90-minute attraction.
90-minute.
I think I'd wait longer for Hagrid's.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't wait as long.
I agree.
I think we're going to match here then. Shall we?
Me too.
Right, number 3.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Hiccups Wing Gliders.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What a wonderful ride. And this is what's so funny is that, like, that is above the Harry Potter ride.
But again, I think this is such a nice little surprise, and I've heard people going on this ride and basically thinking that it's like a kiddie coaster. This is by no means a kiddie coaster. It is ridiculously smooth. It is so enjoyable. It's got lovely little surprise elements. And
the music makes you want to cry.
And again, I think when you know, I won't spoil anything, but when you can quite clearly see where the track goes, and it goes sort of over some buildings and then across the water and sort of around the area. When you go through that and you've literally got the How to Train Your Dragon overture playing.
Gorgeous.
It is spectacular.
There's only one downside to this ride.
It's not long enough?
No.
What is it?
The seats are quite uncomfortable. Like the lap bar does go tight.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a moment where it almost tightened on me, and I was like, oh. Yeah. But I was also having such a wonderful time that I didn't really think about it. No,
that's the only thing I can say about that ride is that the lap bar gets a bit tight. But apart from that, it's such a wonderful ride. I could ride that again and again and again.
Yeah, I would love to be able to ride that all day.
Yeah.
Because it's great. It's so good. Okay. Right. Top 2 then. Shall we?
Number 2.
3,
2, 1. Stardust Racers.
Right. So you were right on the 4.
I was. There you go. And the top 4.
Isn't it quite funny that we have a real tendency to match on like the bottom 2 or 3 or the top 2 or 3, but we very rarely meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Very rarely. Okay, Stardust Racers. Talk me through it for you. Why is this the second best ride at Epic?
Stardust Racers. The only reason it's not number 1 is because I can't ride it again and again and again.
Sure.
I can ride it twice in a row and then I'm going to need a break.
Yeah, be warned. Stardust Racers, as far as an intense coaster goes, it is more intense than Velocicoaster. I don't think it's necessarily as smooth as Velocicoaster.
No.
But there are elements within that coaster that are so enjoyable.
Yes.
Like, for example, obviously it's more of a dueling coaster, and I think the synchronicity of the whole thing is wonderful.
Amazing.
So what you essentially get is that there's a wonderful moment where you're kind of inverting across sort of another vehicle. And I think it's on the green side. You can literally look someone in the eye as you're kind of going through this. And it is the most surreal experience
Just
you
like,
will ever have on a roller coaster.
Yeah, if you ever go on it, look at the person in the other car at that moment. Because that's like, I didn't do it the first few times. I was just like, woohoo, roller coaster. Then one time I literally was like looking at the people like in my equivalent car, and I thought, this is insane.
Yeah. I think the only thing that kind of lets Stardust Racers down a little bit is the fact that the queue is so boring. There's absolutely nothing.
Yes.
There's no like story whatsoever. There's not, I don't know, it's just a bit plain and boring.
And their
but
setting.
I also think the whole thing is that they've gone for, this is going to be a spectacular coaster.
But I also think when they extend Epic Universe, all that land behind there, that ride's going to be engulfed in other lands.
Yeah, no,
so I think
absolutely.
that will add to it.
Plus, we've also spoken about things getting more and more enjoyable in the nighttime. Stardust Racers at night is
gorgeous.
Unbelievable, and the fact that we didn't get to do it this time round is a little bit sad. But that obviously means that we've matched on our number one, which is obviously Monsters Unchained. What are your thoughts on Monsters Unchained? Why does that beat spectacular roller coasters, ridiculous visual effects in Harry Potter, size and scale? Why does it beat all of those?
I actually have something else to say about it, which I'm like,
I got something to say,
because it isn't a perfect ride.
No.
And I will talk about why it isn't in a moment. But that ride, the first time I went on it, I remember coming off it, and in the vlog I'm like, I'm not sure. Don't know how I feel about it. The second time I went on it, like, no, I get it now. But I think, was it the first ride we did?
It was the first ever ride that we did at Epic Universe.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was obviously first moment in Epic Universe. We're blown away, and then there's a lot going on in that ride. So you can't really appreciate it until the second time you go on it. You're like, oh, okay, I can see all this stuff now. But the detailing on the set and the I've not seen animatronics like that anywhere. I mean, maybe the Haiwa avatar person.
We don't speak about her.
Like she's cool. She's up
yeah,
there.
She is.
But she's smaller than what they are.
Yeah.
So these are huge, and the eye contact and just they are insane.
You mentioned one thing. That was one thing that blew me away, was the fact that the sight lines of everything is really, really good. I think the mixture between practical effects and screens is so perfectly curated. And also I feel like the overall experience literally starts as soon as you walk into Frankenstein Mansion. Okay? As soon as you've gone into that, even the pre-shows, even the loading and everything, it is... I think for me it's as close to a perfect ride as you can kind of get. The only thing that lets it down, though, and I know what you were going to say, is the fact that there are one or two times, and they are such easy fixes, where you look and you see the bottom of the sort of track.
You see like the black curtain, the bottom of the track, and like a bit of brick ground.
Yeah, and you just think, put a black...
Why?
Literally put a black cloth down there. It's a little bit like...
With some cool lights. Like, you know the moment where Hermione makes you go into observatory? Like, just do that.
Yeah.
Red, not green.
Yeah, I was going to say, you literally just need some practical smoke effects or some kind of guise to cover it up.
Yeah. And
you would be absolutely fine. But, that being said, I think that ride is incredible. Like, if I could make everyone who listens to this podcast go on that ride, or just take them to Epic Universe and just ride one thing, go on that ride and you will understand how spectacular it is. But I think that was pretty successful as a ranking episode.
I loved it.
Good job.
That was good.
You loved the episode, or are you still thinking about your experience on...
I still think about Epic Universe.
I know you do. We'll have to go next year. We'll have to put it on the cards. But I find it crazy that we're kind of approaching the end of the year, and we're actually having to start to think about next year's plans and everything, which, you know, we're not going to necessarily go through in this episode. We're not going to necessarily go through it probably until the end of the year, and we sort of do a little bit of a summary and a bit of a look back. But we've got a wonderful guest episode coming up, which you guys will hopefully enjoy. Some wonderful people joining us, and then we're just kind of taking it from there, to be honest.
There's a long list.
There's a lot of wedding planning going on at the moment.
Oof,
so
yeah,
we're just trying to tackle those and get through everything else. But we, as always, we really, really appreciate your support, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to this.
Yeah.
Chloe, what is this week's question?
This week's question, because it's coming up to Christmas time now. Elsa is going to be coming out on the Magic Kingdom castle stage.
I thought you were going to say Mariah Carey then.
No, Elsa. She's coming out into the castle stage, and she'll be lighting up that castle. Mm-hmm. Very nice. But how many lights / icicles?
What is it with us and amounts? We are so like amount heavy at the moment.
It's just fun, isn't it?
How many things are this?
How many lights are there on Cinderella's castle when Elsa lights it up?
Okay, pretty cool question.
That's my Elsa hand. What's your Elsa hand? Oh God,
what's wrong with that?
That looks painful.
It's not painful.
That
I would rather do.
You weren't doing that.
I'd rather do like
you were like
Spider-Man
this to begin with.
I'm going to do Spider-Man instead.
I'm going to do Elsa.
Anyway, we're getting a little bit silly, but thank you so much for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
We can cry when it's over.